A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Skirts by him at the 35. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. going to fire one deep over the middle. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Bucs have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ndamukong Suh, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. They'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Space to run past the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
2nd and 2. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Watson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard.
Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Here's Brady. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now a 2nd down and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 75 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Brady now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Budda Baker. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21.
Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And shedding through the tackle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Cook following the penalty. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off at the 25. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Brady going to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Now a throw here to his running back. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Brady. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And a short gain down to about the 33. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Ndamukong Suh make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. Complete at the 1. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Now Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now Brady. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Lets it fly for Thielen.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 16. And the return will stop right around the 25. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Brady going to look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time to make sure you get in shape.
Contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy there
from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.